Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Asia Ali. Over the holiday season, I ended up getting the Morphe 35TE Tease the Season. So this is technically a part of their holiday collection. We are going on a date today. I thought this would be a very, very romantical palette to use for today's look. I was super interested in using this palette because Morphe kind of fell off, right? There was a bunch of different scandals that went on. So kind of like the scandals overshadowed their actual products. So I want to see if they can make a comeback. Let me show you what the palette looks like. Looks so beautiful, right? I just want to let you know I am recording like a short version of this. So if I kind of skip around in the way I talk about it and I skip some steps, it's okay. I recorded absolutely everything. So let's go ahead and get started. What am I attracted to? Obviously, pink ribbon is right in the middle. That looks so stunning. I have always loved the shimmers by Morphe, so we're gonna play with some of those. And of course, these mattes are very, very nice, and it's like a cool and warm side. I like that. And there's lots of options. So let's go ahead and start. I could not find my little hair clips today, so I'm gonna use these little butterfly clips. Hopefully they don't leave like a really big print in my hair. Basically, everything is already done. I did my brows and stuff earlier. I was gonna fill them in more, but that doesn't feel like it fits well with my spirit, so we're not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into the palette. I'm gonna go into Privacy Please. You're getting some kickback on this, so it's a little bit powdery when you go into that, but it's to be expected. I mean, ooh, but the color is nice. I like that, that's cute. I feel like most palettes have pretty powdery matte shadows for this price point. Ooh, but this blends like super easy. That took 2 seconds. So what do you guys think about Morphe trying to make a comeback? I really want Morphe to make a comeback because I just feel like makeup is too expensive nowadays. Okay, while I'm on my spiel, let me go ahead and jump into this shade right here, Love Morphe, and we're gonna put that on our outer crease, okay? But there's no real like brands out here that are affordable and very accessible. I kind of feel like ColourPop used to be that like starter brand for a lot of people, but I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know what made them less popular, at least on social media. Maybe it's because they haven't really embraced TikTok. Those older brands, especially things like Morphe and ColourPop, they really got popular because of Instagram. And I don't think they like that transition away from Instagram. They're like, oh, where our followers are here, our followers know where to find us. But, you know, like, the world is changing. But anyway, back to the shadow. This is applying beautifully, honestly. It's not patchy at all, but you're not getting that super duper velvety texture. You are getting a more matte formula. So not really angry about it, just something you should note. We are going to go into Berry Mysterious, and we are just going to apply that to our what is it, halfway through the eye? I kind of missed Morphe shimmer shadows, I think. They're quick, you slap them on your eye. Next, we're gonna go into Niceless, which is this beautiful silver shimmer, and we're just patting that into our inner eye. There is a little bit of fallout. I think if I would have applied a tiny bit of setting spray to my brush before doing it, I probably could have avoided that. I just feel like everything is better with a little liner, so we're gonna do that. And I wanna make this more pizzazzy. It needs a little bit of more oomph. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Danessa Myricks Color Fix. So I'm gonna be using a foils and a matte. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of this foils to my hand, and it is in the shade Rebirth. And I'm just going to swoop-de-doop. I think I do this so much, I just kind of go into it with little fear and hope for the best, you know? All right, and we're gonna do the other side. Okay, and so that's on. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this shade in the shade Valentine. Very like weird shape that I'm going for, but I've done it before, so I know what it's gonna look like. It's look fancy. But while I'm doing that, I was shopping for makeup and I was just looking at look how dirty my mirror is. I was noticing that like things are just so expensive nowadays. I went to CVS and I was trying to find stuff. I was trying to do like my favorite products under $10 thing. And I struggled so hard. I'm like, what the heck? What happened to the cheap makeup? Used to have like brands, like even like brands like NYX and stuff like that. They've gone up on their prices. Like we're just obviously in a recession, and it's super hard because we get upset with like teenagers and stuff like that being in Sephora and spending all this money and buying Drunk Elephant. But like, where else are they supposed to go? Because they really don't have those affordable stores like we used to have. But that's just a very long way to say like, I want affordable makeup to come back. I remember, at least with the original Morphe palettes, like people wore those over and over and over again, and they made new and creative looks using the same exact palette over and over again. And I kind of miss that. I kind of feel like buyer's fatigue. That's the right way to say it. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put this pink glitter. I can't decide if I want it on my top or the bottom. I don't know, but until I get my brain together, I need to fix my under eyes. There was so much fallout from that silver shadow. So I'm just gonna throw some concealer under my eye, and then we are just going to blend that on top and hope for the best. I just went through a lot to fix my under eyes. Now they're like super duper bright. Let's throw some more of this in there. Tone that down, girl. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into Love Morphe. We're gonna apply that in my lower lash line. I finally have decided I am going to apply pink ribbon on my upper lash. Or upper, whatever. I can't even talk anymore. And I'm gonna apply pink ribbon to the center of my lid. And because it is glitter, there's some fallout. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply this little poof right here, just so I can reduce the amount of fallout that I have to clean up later. It's a very subtle glitter, which actually was not what I was expecting. And I like that it's very controlled. It's like a little bit of shimmer here and there. So this is my eye makeup. So I feel very, very good about this. I think it's really cute, and I think it's gonna all come together when I put on my lip and everything like that. But I'm just gonna zoom. And this is the final look that we came up with today. Let's talk about the palette. I love that Morphe always gives you so many different options. You can create so many different looks with this single palette. This, in today's standards, this is kind of like 8 or 9 palettes, because typically we only get like 5 pans, and sometimes they're not very wearable. I feel like most of the palettes that are this size nowadays, they are full of color. You always need a palette that is a go-to everyday wear palette, and I think this palette is definitely perfect for everyday. The only cons for me would be, so I am more of a velvet shadow lover. These are hard pressed shadows. The actual matte shadows are not very velvety. They are more of a dry formula. The formula, I give it an 80% because it's a little bit on the dry side, but it blends so good. I didn't have any problems with blending. The only thing I'm deducting for that is because when you have a dry formula, there is a lot of fallout, and I definitely had fallout with this palette. I actually really enjoyed the formula for these shimmer shadows. Sometimes it's kind of hard with velvety shadows to get that nice coverage. You have to keep applying and keep blending. These kind of just go on one layer and you're good to go. It's kind of just like a one-stop shop. Throw it on your eye and you move on. I'm trying to think of any other cons. I don't think I actually have a con. I really like the actual color story of this palette. I think I'm more drawn to this half, like over here, for my next makeup look, because I just love how they're so cool. I like this, yeah. I'm really happy that this actually turned out really well. Some of these brands actually, they come out with so many palettes and they're all so gimmicky, and you know, and there's only so many gimmicks that you can fall for. I love that this specific palette, it's not really gimmicky at all. What you see is what you get, but it does the job. But that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you stayed all the way to the end, don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.